at this material time, I only love doing this. I want to invite to the microphone my coach, my political coach, the former governor of Edo State, two-time governor of Edo State, a senator of the Federal Republic.
Oh, so quick!
Man, Bona, wait
oh,
now!
So quick!
Wait! My father, my leader!
Oh, so quick!
His Excellency,
oh,
the
so
Senator Adams Aliu Oshiomhole. A round of applause for him.
And the people, yeah. APC. APC. Your Excellency, my brother, you know, you have helped to redefine the criteria for election in Edo State. Anybody that is taller than us will have a problem. Because part of Governor Monde's challenge was that he looked small. And then who was smaller than you? Monde, who was smaller than you, I believe myself. So the maintenance cost is very small, but the only difference is that you don't talk much and I have to talk a little more. But let me join all those who have spoken to congratulate you for hosting your brothers across the country who are of APC extraction. That is a big honor that I didn't have the privilege of hosting when I was here. We hosted South-South, but we never hosted the whole APC governors as you have done. May many more good things happen while you are here. They say when the righteous reign, the people rejoice. I think it is also right and proper that I congratulate and welcome in a very special way a man who by his own action and deeds, quiet but rugged, the governor of Cross River State. I don't know how many rivers he crossed to get to Benin. But why I am extremely happy for you is that in our moment of stress, in our moment of almost crisis, you were there for us. You came once, you came twice. On the day of delivery, you were around as a midwife. You've done so much that you deserve to be given a chieftaincy title. Unfortunately, this power is not conferred on we, the ordinary people. Otherwise, we will give you a chieftaincy title. But Governor, if we can't do it, organize something that will degenize it partially. You know what I mean? Let me acknowledge the Honorable Minister of Regional Development, Right Honorable Abubakar Momo, who, working with his brother from NDDC, they are drawing the map and the concept of development in our sub-region. And of course, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. I'm very pleased this afternoon to welcome my friend, my neighbor. For your information, I have relocated. Timmy Silva. We were both governors at one time or the other, and we did a couple of things together. It's nice to welcome you to Benin. And of course, our woman leader, who is also here, she's always looking younger. And may your tenure be long at the National Working Committee. Once a general, always a general. General Charles Ariawiri, you are welcome. Nice to see you wearing our Niger Delta cap. The immediate past Minister of Budget, your budget is still running. General Cecile Esekagbe was a general, always a general. And the only short man in the house, the one that celebrated birthday recently, let me still wish you a happy birthday, because I can see that you are seeing the birthday mood. You are wearing white on white, including white hat. Pastor Osage Ezeyamu and his lovely wife. Let me appreciate the presence of NDDC MD. I'm very happy that you are here because, to my knowledge, for all the period I was governor in this state, Your Excellency Governor Kwewulu, I never had the honor of an NDDC MD coming to attend a political program. Usually, they are technocrats. They don't do politics. So I am happy that my brother and friend, the MD of Niger Delta Development, is here to participate in a regional political gathering. And let me also say that when some people were trying to look at NDDC from the previous eyes, from upper deck, and some of your predecessors, we told them there is a new sheriff at NDDC, and things are changing, and they can only get better and better under your watch. God bless you. If I want to go through all the protocols, it will be a long day, but I need to acknowledge the presence of course, our host chairman, Jared Tenebe, his immediate predecessor, Colonel Imuse, the Right Honorable Speaker. I think many people forgot because you are not as tall as some other speakers. That is the man who presides over the lawmaking and the good governance of Edo State, Honorable Blessing Agbebako. Of course, my colleague in Abuja from the National Assembly, from the Senate, Naira, Senator Naira. I don't call the young lady behind you. Gentlemen, I think today, I don't want to repeat what has been said about the effort, because what we are doing here is not to celebrate Governor Monde Okpewolo's birthday. I think we are here essentially for two purposes. The first is to celebrate what is going on in our state. Because we need to make a distinction between a governor who is celebrating a birthday and when we are celebrating what the governor and the government of Edo State is doing just now. There were many things that we thought were impossible. And so during the campaign, going around the state, we came to the conclusion that we needed a rescue person. And that is how you were crowned by popular demand, Akpako Rescue. And then it was a slogan. Today is a reality. I am a Catholic governor. You have even rescued me from the process of applying for visa to come to Edo State. If that is the only work you have done for me, you have rescued me. Because once upon a time, I was told I cannot come to Edo unless I have the permission of His Excellency, the executive, now retired governor. So thank you for waiving visa requirement. That alone for me is completely rescue. But talking seriously, I have seen, each time I go around, I see many new things happen. The last time I was here, I was told that you have gone to Oshiomhole, not to plant plantain, but to flag off some road project in that local government, which I believe is the largest local government in Edo South. For all that you are doing, now it is the people who will carry your message across. They say sin is believing. You are no longer at the mercy of social media urchins who will say whatever they want to say. What the Edo people have seen, what the Edo women have experienced, what the Edo youth have been part of, no one can deny it. But I think the thing I want to speak on this afternoon was started by the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta. Is that the challenge we have now, Your Excellencies, I wasn't at the Governors Forum, but I imagine that what you must have discussed is the fact that we have a president that has made it possible for more transparency in federal finances. Your Excellency, sir, when I was governor here, we were always arguing over so-called, and I think, Governor Silva, you were probably part of it, so-called excess crude. Today is 7 billion, next time is 2 billion. The thing will go up and disappear. I understand all of that is gone. All governors now agree that under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is more transparency in revenue allocation, and as a consequence, more money is accrued to the state. Because it is the development of the part that speaks to what is happening in the whole. And to our people, let me say this. In moments like this, those who don't like bad things, we keep amplifying, things are tough. Things are tough. Life is not easy. X, Y, Z. But I want to start by reminding Edo people. Before this president, Bola Ahmed took over power, even the money you already earned, what were we told by the former president and the former CBN governor? They said our money has expired. Is that not correct? Yet we are in a country where over 40% of the local government have no banks, which means all those who kept money in their house had expired. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has renewed the validity of that money. Last week, I still saw a bottle of that water zone that we were told has expired. The other, which is important, particularly for business community and for ordinary folk, we were living in a country in which you have one exchange rate for the rich and the connected, and the other exchange rate that is determined in Edo at Sakoba Road. You go to Sakoba Road, you get they call it black market, but there was nothing black about the market because the dollar they were selling was real. But the rate was 100% more than what the central bank allocate. Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that regime of one rate for some people, another rate for the masses, that has been abolished. When you have a country where people have to work hard to make money, other people only make telephone call and they become rich men, we distort the value system of even our very young people. Stop. Problem, where were you elected? The last time we did the election was as a local government chairman. Because we must speak to the issues. I think it was one of the speakers referred to this issue of student loan. Everywhere in the world, from the United States to the UK to Nordic countries, every government introduced an arrangement that make it possible for children of the poor to borrow to go to school. Until Bola Ahmed came into office, people lament the fact that the children of the poor can't go to school, but they did nothing about it. As we speak, there is no one, no state, no local government that is not benefiting from President Bola Ahmed's scholarship loan, which you can only pay back if you get a job. So this is one loan they will not sell your mother's property or your father's granite farm to pay back. So when the president recognizes that there are people who can't go to school, but who have the competence to go to school and offer them such a facility, do you want to say you do not appreciate that? Was that condition has been there from over 20, 30 years where PDP was in power. As we speak, the president has carried out a revolutionary reform, and this must be of interest to our small-scale businessmen and women, because sometimes people only hear of reform of taxes. They never know how does it affect them. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has now decided that if your business, your turnover is less than 50 million naira, you should be exempted from paying tax. That for me is important. You don't donate blood from somebody who is sick to go and inject to somebody else who is sick. You end up killing two people. Tinubu said the poor should be exempted from taxation. Does that not affect the other man in my village? Does it not affect another woman in your village? You in Edo State, I am sure you are witnesses to all the efforts which the Nigeria First Lady has been making to target women for financial empowerment. Is it not true? So when the federal government is providing support, Governor Modo Paolo is providing loans, over time, no citizen will be ignored. Lastly, because even though I have told him he wasn't elected, but he can punish me next time by pretending he didn't see me, particularly giving my vertical reality. We do need for us to appreciate where we are. Please, we all have a duty to educate the man on the street where we are coming from. We are coming from a country that was almost like Zimbabwe or Idi Amin's Uganda, where Idi Amin Dada asked the central bank governor, go and print money for us to share to people. And the governor said, if we print more money, Uganda currency will be like a sheet paper. And Idi Amin was reported as saying, you call the money sheet paper, we'll teach you what to do with sheet. A week later, the man had an accident and he was gone. This is what the immediate past CBA governor was doing. In the Senate, we have the records now that they printed over 31 trillion naira, which they call ways and means. You know, when government want to deceive the people, they use jargon. They call it ways and means, but I can tell you what it means. It means a situation in which government print back notes, not based on what we have earned or any resources, just print back notes to go and share the people to meet their money illusion. It is the result of that excessive printing of back notes that led to the collapse of the Naira. Because you print more Naira and you have limited dollars. You use this more Naira to change few dollars. So what happened? The price of the dollar went up and the value of the Naira went down. So to understand the root cause of the present cost of living and the exchange rate regime, you must trace it and locate it in terms of the excessive amount of banknotes, two so-called ways and means, which the past government created and which this government has eliminated. We could go on and on. Nigeria was borrowing every day the way fish drink water. Today, it has been the burden of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to pay back those loans in order to guarantee the sovereignty of our nation. And of course, at selfish level, we in Edo State, this president has shown specific concern to Edo. He told us when he came for election, for those who say Edo cannot be, Edo is not Lagos. President said when he win, Edo will not only become Lagos, Edo might even become much more than Lagos. And with the relationship between our governor and our president, now that the governor is settling down, all the distractions are almost over. I am sure he will meet the president for the next stage, the process of transforming Edo to be much more than Lagos, because after all, there are arguments that Many people in Lagos came from Benin. Many people in Lagos came from Benin. So even the president has obligation to settle Benin, to settle Edo, because many of the people in Lagos come from here. Now, I conclude by thanking the House of Assembly for the support you are giving to the governor, members of the State Executive Council, and all those who have come from various South-South zones, the commissioners, special advisors, secretary to government, former and present senators, all of you who have come outside the state. We are indebted to you, we are honored, and as Idi Amin will say, when we have opportunity, we will thoroughly retaliate your hostility to us by coming here. I'm sure you know what I mean. So thank you so much. May God guide you as you return back to your various destinations. God bless you all.